Aiel, Forsaken, the Tavarin 3, my girl Shoray. There's so much to dive into with these images. We finally got to see what Shoray is going to look like in character as Elaida, and I love it. Yes, I'd love to see her as Cadsuane instead, but we'll get into that later. Hey everyone, welcome to Dragonmount. I'm Thom. First off, a huge shout out to all of our supporters and viewers. Thank you for commenting and sharing and liking and subscribing and all those things. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button down below, hit that alert bell, and share it amongst your friends who you think might enjoy our content. Also, a big thank you to our sponsors, Tor Books, without which we wouldn't have the Wheel of Time, and all of the lovely and generous people who support us over on Patreon. Make sure to join our discussions over on our Discord, which you can find linked below, as well as all of the social medias. Wheel of Time on Prime shared with us a bunch of images taken from episodes of the upcoming show. I think most of them are going to probably be from the first handful of episodes. They don't want to spoil too much, but let's check it out. Wait! Okay, spoiler warning, spoiler level warning. This is going to be mild to minimal spoilers for Wheel of Time books 1 through 3. So if you are okay with that, you can continue to watch on. If not, well, like, share, do all the things, and I'll see you next time. But I tried to be very minimal on my spoilers on this so that if you don't like to be spoiled for the books and you've seen at least the show and you've seen at least season 1 and 2 of the Wheel of Time TV show, you'll be fine. I won't be spoilering too much for you. So first up, we have this lovely image of the 3 Tavarin. I love the relationship that Amazon is showing to us with the 3 Tavarin. I really hope they continue this like platonic, non-toxic male love thing that they have going on. Basically, in the first season, if you remember the Shadow Logoth episode, where Barney Harris's Matt Cawthon gave Perrin the dagger that Layla, Perrin's now deceased wife, gave to him, and basically told him, hey, she made this for me and told me to use it to protect people that I love. And so here, use it to protect yourself because I love you. It's basically what he told Perrin. And I kind of love that. And there was also the one scene when they were with Dana and she said she had called the Myrddril just before Thom kills her. And she makes like a joke at Rand about how, oh, is he with Matt? Like, involved with him. And Rand, instead of being like toxic and being like, ew, no, I'm not with a dude. I like women. He was instead like, ew, no, I could do better than Matt. Like, that's funny, like, and not toxic and negative. So I like that. I hope they continue that type of theme with the Tavarin. And I love this scene. Like, Yosha's face is just absolutely magnificent. They do some great acting here. I can't wait to see the 3 of them interacting again. The dynamic here seems like we're going to start seeing Rand kind of degrading into either emo or, angry, maybe slightly dark Rand. And I'm excited for that, to see how Yosha plays it. I can't wait to see how Marcus's Perrin and Donald's Matt react to Rand and how they embody that in their characters and where they go with that story. They have a lot of options and a lot of direction they could use. They have a lot of choices, and I'm interested to see what they pull from. But gorgeous. I love the way this looks. I'm really hoping this isn't like a dream sequence and this is, something that happens in the show. Perrin has his yellow eyes. Thankfully, it's not like a werewolf thing where he just like kind of goes wolf brother and uses powers and then goes back to not having yellow eyes like some of us were theorizing in season 2. Thankfully, now he's just full wolf brother. He'll have full yellow eyes all the time. Perrin's magically with his abilities as a wolf brother. He might have some sort of barrier in Tel'aran'rhiod of some kind that is stopping him from being fully realized in that way. I think that's going to be a big thing for him. Now we have this awesome image, which is the front side of the image that we got from the teaser trailer, which you can see here. So this is flipped around so we can see from the front. And it seems like we have Bjorn Landberg here as Ruark. We can see him from the front now. He looks fantastic. Honestly, this is very much what I imagined Ruark to look like. He is very striking, very angular face, while at the same time still, being a very handsome looking man. Speaking of handsome men, we have Landman Dragaround, Daniel Henney in the background, looking awesome. And then to the side over here, we have Nukoka, who's going to be playing Bear. We can't wait to see her portrayal of Bear and just wise ones in general, more Aiel. the Aiel's fighting prowess is legendary, and to see two of them going at each other, in full form is going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see that choreography. So here I think we have Shinova Makoti Lund, who's going to be playing Melindra. Pretty sure that's who this is here. Still very distinct and different from the other Aiel garb here that we see. They all kind of have their own spin on things. They don't all look exactly the same, which I kind of like, because that makes sense for the Aiel. They're not going to have like a uniform per se, but kind of like a haphazard or, thrown together, kind of like their own personal armor. It's not like a uniform. So it'll be very personal to each of the characters. And I kind of like that we're seeing a difference in all of the clothing for the Aiel. She looks awesome. In the background here, we have an unnamed Aiel. I cannot tell who that is. I have no idea. Another unnamed Aiel I'm unsure about. Maybe it's Gaul. Could it be Gaul? I would really love if this was Gaul. And then we have Yosha and Rosamund. Can't see her full face, but that's definitely Igraine. And then we have another wise one. And that's probably Melaine, who's being played by Salome Gunnar's daughter. She's going to be playing Melaine, and she looks fantastic. Let's look at the two wise one again, just to get an idea. Yeah, very different. Very different. Like similar Algoda, the clothing, but very different in their accoutrement. Very, very different. She's got some sort of bone necklace, very different bracelets. And she does not have a similar thing. She is wearing necklaces. We can't see her arms to see if she's wearing any kind of bracelets or anything, but they all, again, kind of have their own spin on their own things. They're very unique and personal to the characters, which I like. I cannot wait to see interaction between Wise One and Aes Sedai. That is going to be very interesting. So this image is wonderful, fantastic, full of so many characters and so much interesting things. It looks like the Wise One has maybe a belt knife, perhaps, which I'm pretty sure the Wise Ones do still have. Yeah, she's got a belt knife too. Oh, awesome. Just freaking epic looking costuming. Just give a little once over here. Land's got a sword. Let's check out Ruark. How many weapons can we count on Ruark? We got a belt knife. He's got his 3 spears. Again, awesome kind of decoration here. He's got a shufa on. You can see the veil. Can't wait to see them get veiled and really just fucking let loose, which also is kind of helpful for the stuntmen. Most of the action sequences, they will be veiled. So, easy to swap in a stuntman when you do something like that. Yosha looking a little awkward there, which is pretty on par for Rand. I like it. And as always, Rosamund Pike looking gorgeous. Doesn't matter what she's wearing or doing. Oh, okay. So this looks like a lot of fun. This looks like it's some sort of party definitely going on. And if you kind of look, it looks like all 3 of them are looking at this hat. Is that maybe a Tom Maryland hat? And they're like, "Where'd you get that hat, sir?" And he doesn't look like a gleeman. I mean, he definitely is got a pretty showy coat on, but this definitely looks like a party of some kind. So in the background here, looks like we have a veiled person, but that doesn't look like an Aiel. It looks like just like a decorative veil. Can't see anyone else really. Could be Tanchico, maybe? I don't remember this architecture exactly from anything, but could be Tanchico. We have this dude here, maybe a Gleeman, who knows? And then we got, obviously, Mat, Nynaeve, and Min. Min looking fantastic. I'm glad she's going to be here more in this season. Maybe Mat accompanies the girls to Tanchico instead of heading into the Waste. I guess that remains to be seen. He does look like he's wearing pajamas, so at least he's got new clothes. That's a step in the right direction. Mat's got some new clothes. Zoe looking great in this dress. This definitely looks like they're dressed for an event. This doesn't look like something that they would wear, in traveling or whatnot. This looks like an event dress of some kind. They're doing something. I wonder if Matt's going to accompany them to Tanchico. What do you guys think? Oh, now we have Lanfear looking freaking gorgeous. Again, new ear accoutrement. We have a 3-headed serpent, which is pretty interesting. I really would love to know the ear jewelry budget for this show, because just insane how much ear jewelry is on the show. Natasha O'Keefe here is looking phenomenal as per usual. Can't really tell anything about her surroundings. Could be maybe the White Tower. Unsure, but she's definitely up to no good. That's for sure. She's not in her goth Cher outfit, so I'm doubting that she's in Tel'aran'rhiod, but definitely up to no good. That face looks like she's entirely too happy, which is never good for anyone other than really Lanfear. Let's just be honest. And here we are. Okay, so lot to unpack here. A very angry Amyrlin here. I'm really interested to see where they go with that character. She's going to have her acting cut out for her with some particularly difficult scenes later on, so we'll see. She looks like she's dressed to the nines in her full Amyrlin garb here. She's got this awesome headpiece, which is just like very Pope-like. That's what a lot of her gear looks like. But I'm not sure what she's weaving here. She's definitely angry and definitely pointing that towards something. Now, over her shoulder here, it looks like it could be possibly Priyanka. Priyanka, this definitely looks green to me. I hope it's not going to be a blue dress, white dress moment here, but I'm pretty sure this is green. And Priyanka does wear a lot of like accoutrement with her dress. And this looks like maybe she's got a neck piece on, which is something that Priyanka often wears, and this shoulder piece. So we'll see. But I'm really interested to know what has made her this angry. I feel like only the Dark One or Moiraine can make Siuan Sanche this angry. And I'm really interested to know which one it is in this case. Ah, this one's great. Nice, wholesome usquai maybe drinking or whiskey drinking. It seems like Elayne likes to drink. She's making her own hooch in the White Tower. She's sharing drinks with Aviendha now. I wonder if we're going to have some reference to, the sister wife situation that Aviendha, Elayne, and Min will find themselves in with Rand. So yeah, I wonder if they're going to have like any reference to, the sister wife situation that Aviendha, Elayne, and Min will get into with Rand. Though at the very least, they look like they're starting their friendship off here, which is nice. We know Aviendha and Elayne don't really meet each other until way later in the books. I'm glad that they're doing that earlier here. It's just more healthy for their, shared relationship later on. I hope it builds a better dynamic with them throughout. Ayula is just amazing as Aviendha, and one of my favorite scenes in season 2 was her messing around with Perrin around the campfire after Perrin rescues her from Dane Bornhold and the White Cloaks. When she was messing with him, she has this big laugh that's just fantastic. And Sira or Kira, is it Kira or Sira? I don't know. Somebody correct me. I think it's Sira Covini. Sira Covini has been great as Elayne from what we've seen. She hasn't had a lot of chances to really stretch her acting legs, but I think season 3 is going to give them to her, especially if they take a trip down to the Panarch Palace. I can't wait to see that. I can't really tell by the architecture of the furniture in the background. They do seem to be sitting on the floor, which is indicative to the Aiel, but she could just be doing that, that just, Aviendha often just sits on the floor even when there are chairs present. So that could just be them doing that. They don't have to be in the waist. Though it would be fun to get like, a nice drunk scene with the two of them and see what kind of hijinks they can get into. The only thing is maybe her necklace. Can't really tell what that is. It looks like it might be a bird with its wings open. Not sure. Don't know if any of that has any significance. Probably not. I love these two actors. I'm really interested in seeing their dynamic together and how this story plays out. All right, now we got Moiraine with her magic 8-ball or orb or pearl or whatever you want to call it. I saw a lot of different references in the comments from the last video when we did the teaser trailer. We see a big swirling of the one power in the teaser trailer when she's doing whatever she's doing with this orb. But this could be a triangle. Some people thought maybe like it's an access key of some kind for the portal stones or whatever they're making the portal stones into. I'm unsure. She seems to be dressed to the nines in whatever she's wearing here. This is not like just an everyday wear that she's got on. She's got on her Kisera and this banging dress with whatever this piece of like armor thing is. It looks pretty cool. And she seems to be concentrating very hard on whatever she's doing. It could be maybe from one of her, visions that she's going to get when she goes into Ruidian, but that remains to be seen. But I definitely think it has something to do with them traveling or moving in a direction in some way, some kind. We'll see. What What do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope these aren't the last episodes we're going to see Rosamund Pike. Okay, now this is pretty awesome. I love the way all three of them look here. The costuming that the actors have been able to wear for these scenes have been pretty cool. Particularly the ones in the teaser trailer that we know are probably the flashes of Maureen's, thousand lives that she lives and sees when they're in like their goth garb with Lanfear and Maureen's kind of like crawling across the ground. They got to wear some really interesting costumes, and this is no different here. I have some inclination that this might not be a Moiraine vision, but this could be maybe Egwene's testing. We do see Egwene getting ready to be tested in that teaser trailer, and this could be something from that as well. It would be cool if this is like, real life and not a vision, but I'm definitely thinking this is from a vision. This looks too just like fully realized characters. We know that's not where they're going to be in this season. They're not going to be this far along in their development. And we do see that each of them does have a ring on their finger. It seems Egwene is wearing a yellow ring. And we can't see Nynaeve's ring. It's probably on the other hand, as it is supposed to be, but she is wearing a yellow skirt and she has yellow accompaniment on the rest of her garb. So I'm guessing yellow as well. And then we see a green ring on Elayne with green accompaniment on the horse, and herself obviously just decked out in green, also yellow on Nynaeve's horse. So 3 fully realized Aes Sedai here is probably what we're seeing, possibly an Amyrlin seat in a vision that Egwene is having in her test to become accepted. That is my theory for this, and not a Moiraine prophecy. Yes. This is definitely a vision or, an experience that Egwene is going to have when she goes in to be tested for accepted, for sure. That's what I think this is. But again, the costume design, Sharon Gillam, is just absolutely phenomenal. Hair and makeup. I love the shoulder piece that Madeleine is wearing. It all looks great. The Flame of Tar-Valon is what this is. So she's maybe the Amyrlin seat here. Flame of Tar-Valon reference. I like that. Oh, just absolutely wonderful. Really, really loving it. All right, finally, some training sequences with Daniel Henney and Yosha as Lan and Rand. So one of the things that everyone missed in season 2 was getting all of the fun sword training sequences that we got in the books. And I'm glad we're going to get some of that here. Finally, we'll probably see some of the dialogue and character interaction that we saw in book 2 and book 3 with Lan and Rand happen throughout this travel into the Waste and beyond. It's an easy insert for some humor and maybe some more serious tones with, Lan imparting some wisdom onto Rand. Those are going to be really interesting and fun to watch. What form do you think they're getting into here? Maybe the boar rushes down the mountain, the dragon and the crane take flight. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And I saved the best for last. My girl, Shohreh. Now, don't get me wrong. Olivia Williams is looking freaking fantastic in this ridiculously awesome costume that she's got on here for Morgaze. But Shohreh steals whatever scene or show she's in, to be perfectly honest with her. I mean, her very presence on the screen is just striking, but her voice is really what's killer. I cannot wait to hear her scold and or reprimand somebody or something. She's just fantastic. Now, yes, like I said before, I would have much rathered her been Cadsuane. I think she would have been a perfect Cadsuane because she could deliver sarcasm and passive aggressiveness like a freaking monster. But if they want to give Elaida a bit more grounding and make her more believable and less kind of frantic and annoying as a character, to be perfectly honest, casting Shohreh in that spot does that for sure. Elaida is going to be taken way more seriously with Shohreh being the mouthpiece for her character. It's going to be a stronger approach to the character of Elaida for sure. She's going to have a lot more gravitas in situations than Elaida did, which will make, if we follow Elaida's story as it does in the books, a bit more meaningful when she's taken down some pegs, for sure. Her costume is just wonderful. She's got accents amongst the jewelry. You could see it pretty much everywhere. Looking over at Olivia Williams. If you've seen the new Dune, she plays one of the Harkonnens in Dune. She had a voice in The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. She's been in a bunch of stuff. She's definitely got her job cut out for her. She's got the chops. We'll see if she could pull off more gaze. Let's check out a little up close on this. Roses everywhere. White roses everywhere with red undertones. Very more gaze. I could definitely see her wearing this. Looks wonderful. I'm guessing this is going to be more gaze going to the White Tower to meet with the Amyrlin seat. Probably over where the hell her daughter has been or is currently, because, you know, she's out of the White Tower more than she's in it in the books. This might be also where we get Galad and Gawain coming to the White Tower and training with the warders. She probably brings them there. And then obviously the guards and all the pomp and circumstance that goes with a queen visiting the Amyrlin seat. But that definitely looks like what's happening here. Morgaze wouldn't be entering the hall like this, you know, with people already gathered around watching if she was already, you know, in her own palace. She would already be there and people would be coming in to see her. This definitely gives like approaching the Amyrlin seat for an audience feel to it. Oh, and I just noticed this little rising lion on the dress. That's pretty cool. I really, really love the costuming in this show. Oh, and let's check out her crown. The rose crown looking very rosely. I could see lots of different blooms of roses with the gems as the centerpieces there, looking freaking phenomenal. I love it. And we have the rising lion of Andor in the background on all the banners. So yeah, for sure think that this is going to be her going into the White Tower based on the architecture as well and all the novices. And that's all we have for these images for What Wednesday. I'm really excited to see Shohreh acting. I cannot wait till we get to see a clip of it or just see it. I just want to see her as Elaida. She's been our cast for so many different characters in the show. I know she's going to make a great Elaida. I wish she was Cadsuane, but here we are. Who would you all like to see as Cadsuane? Because I really just can only picture Shohreh. I know she's going to do a great job as Elaida, but in my head, she's always going to be Cadsuane whenever I read the books. Thanks for hanging out with us. I had a great time picking apart these images. I hope you guys did too. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, do all the things, interact with this video. It really does help us in all the algorithms. And if TikTok is still around, make sure to go and check in with Kitty over there and see what shenanigans she's got going on. She's the woman of many faces over on TikTok. She's always doing a different character. Who knows what? Make sure to check out our upcoming rewatch. You'll find us every Monday at 9 o'clock live on the Dragonmount YouTube, watching a show with a new guest each week. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
And that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, please subscribe, hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, or leave us a comment. We love comments, especially positive ones. And if you have any friends that are interested in the Wheel of Time, please share some of our videos with them. And as always, a huge thank you to our sponsor, Tor Books, as well as our amazing Patreon community. And if you are interested in learning about how more of this show was made or some Wheel of Time insights, you too can become a member of the Patreon community. And as always, follow us on Dragonmount with social media. And thank you so much for watching.